Hi, this is Michelle Moore, Professor Saltzman's class. I'm doing speech number 4, my persuasive speech. I would like to thank you for joining me this evening to talk to you about a subject that's been on my mind lately. I'm currently a new graduate from school and I have student loans. So I wanted to research and find out what would be the penalties or what would be the benefits if I paid off my student loans early. I found some interesting research that I'd like to share with you. One thing I found that some simple things that you might want to take into consideration. If you have several student loans, you might want to look into consolidating those loans to get a lower interest. A lot of times, if you have subsidized federal loans, you can consolidate them and get an interest rate of about 2.275 for one lump sum and to be able to make one payment. This will help you reduce the interest that you pay. Instead of paying each separate loan with their interest rate, you'll have one interest rate. You can extend your payments out for up to 30 years. Although I'm not quite sure why you would want to go that long to pay off your student loans, but if you had to, you could consolidate them and do that. Another thing that I've found is that some of the loans that you consolidate, you don't actually have to have your credit pulled. They will just take it based upon what you have. You can do the student loan with no proof of income and no credit being pulled, and so that might be good for somebody who might be in a financial crunch. Now, when you go to the other loans that are federally backed, you do have to have proof of income. You do have to have a credit history, which if you're young and you're just starting out graduating from college, this is going to be something that may pose a problem for you. But it can reduce your payments up to $300 a month. Now, when you consolidate loans that are not government backed, you're going to pay a little bit higher interest. You're going to pay about 4.25 to 6.25 in interest rate. But you have to have excellent credit. You have to have a sufficient income. And the payment terms, again, can go up to 25 years. This is good if you have completed your degree and you're already well established in your career. This might be something you might want to look into. Should you decide to pay your student loans off early, this is something that can benefit your debt to income ratio. It frees up money that you're paying on a monthly basis, and it will allow you to have that money that you can put into savings. You receive a tax break, however, of $2,500 a year. If you keep paying them that you have paid on interest, you still get a tax break. But if your career has you making over $65,000 a year, you're going to lose this tax credit that you get, the benefit that you get on your taxes. One thing I did find out is that student loans are unescapable. You cannot file bankruptcy on these student loans and make them go away. You have to pay them off. There are 8 different reasons that I found that you could use to pay off your loans. You could develop your plan prior to graduation. You could save your money through college, like in a work study, and place that money in a savings account so that when you do graduate and you have your student loans, that you're able to pay off a bigger chunk. You can put the money that you receive from your interest rate or your job, and you can put it in a high interest yielding account. Make sure that you consolidate your loans using caution. Make sure that some places that you can exchange your debt for work, it's almost like a trade-off. One unique thing I did find that Sallie Mae is doing, which is a big lender for student loans, is they're in a raffle, a monthly drawing each month to pay off your student loan up to $25,000 that you have outstanding. And the reason for this raffle is they do something very unique. You're required to register online. You're required to keep your information updated. You're required to make your payments on time, and you're required to stay current on the loan at all given times to be entered into this monthly drawing. But if you do these 4 steps, then you're eligible automatically. You don't have to renew or anything. So in conclusion, look at your student loan, see if it benefits you to pay it off early and not get your tax credit of $2,500 a month or a year on your income tax. Or are you going to save more money if you put it in a consolidated low interest rate? And who knows, maybe you'll be one of those lucky monthly winners from Sally Mae. Thank you and have a good evening.